politicians are more concerned about winning the next election rather than thinking of the long-term future. So, ఈ ఫ్రీబీస్ ఇవ్వడము, ఎక్కువ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ వెళ్ళడం, దానికి లిమిట్. ఈవెన్ తమిళనాడు ఎలక్షన్స్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ అప్. సో చాలా పెద్ద పెద్ద అనౌన్స్మెంట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఎట్లా ఎంతైనా గోల్డ్ ఇస్తాము, 2 తులాల గోల్డ్ ఇస్తాము, ఇంటింటికి పెట్రోల్ ఇస్తాము, బికాస్ దెర్ ఇస్ క్రైసిస్ ఫర్ గ్యాస్.
All of you laughing? This is goal.
Yes sir.
You know it's not possible.
So how do you look at these things, sir?
Okay, I would like to ask you the same question.
Same question, sir.
Yeah. I would like to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what should any political leader do? I mean, what should, when you said why can't they look at the national issues, why can't they look at the societal issues? For example, just quote one issue.
Sir, I'm representing sports here. I've been playing volleyball since 8 years right now. Me and my team have been raising our voices towards change in terms of food or any other culture that we are looking to develop. And it's been 10 years and nothing was put into action.
No, why don't you, whichever, you must belong to one particular constituency, right? If it is in in our state.
Yes.
So why didn't you go to the concerned authorities? What makes you, did you go? The sports authority, SAI, sports authority, India must be there. What is stopping you?
So all we can do is reach out to our coaches. Coaches goes to ministers and the hierarchy is being followed. But then I just want the leaders to do everything in action rather than promising in sports especially.
Leaders themselves, they can form policies. In India, the beautiful thing about our country is they have fantastic policies. They have fantastic policies. The only thing issue is about implementation. At the apex, at the top level, the policy is very superior with great intentions. It's like our constitution. But when you implement it in a true to its spirit, that's where it gets diluted, because the one who has formed the policy, it's very difficult for him to measure each and at a micro level. Micro level management is our toughest job. Micro level management should be done by the people who had been given the responsibility. Apart from the leader, if you imagine there is a very strong voice, for example, you have a strong voice. What should be done? You tell me, okay, you went to one particular authority, okay, this is regarding football, you must be having some issues about providing not the right food, everything, not the right equipment. To whom you should approach? I mean, why don't you make it like, that's your fundamental right? Enough money is being pumped into the system. But people are sometimes, there are certain people are stuck there who doesn't like to give it. Who doesn't like to, maybe they don't see the merit of it. Sometimes things do happen like this, but you cannot blame a leader alone. You have to blame the individuals who are there occupied in a very pivotal positions in that system. For that, okay, what we should do? Maybe one of you can answer. Maybe that's the reason why I'm creating this dialogue. So what you give me an answer. What should be done?
So fear is one boundary that I see as a line that we shouldn't be crossing when it comes to taking it forward to the leader.
What is the fear?
Fear of us labeling down, taking things forward.
You will be targeted, that's what you feel?
100%, sir.
I know, I understand. But with me at least you can be free, you can ask me. I won't judge you, I'll tell you. I won't judge you.
Not everybody as approachable as you, sir.
That's why I'm different, that's why you can ask me. So I can be your voice. I can be your voice.
Sir, I'm here representing the entire
when you say
sports quota.
when you say something, if you give me an issue, see, the purpose of this interaction is regarding sports. For example, మనకి ఏదైనా సమస్య ఉన్నప్పుడు we should be able to say, and we will be targeted, there is no doubt about it.
Yes.
Even in your position, there are certain things, even till today, I know that a part of me is hesitant. I don't say I'm scared. A part of me is hesitant that I will be targeted. But nevertheless, I muster up my courage. ధైర్యం తెచ్చుకొని అడుగుతాను. మనకి ధైర్యం లేకపోతే for what's injustice or whatever requirements, if it is not happening, if you don't raise your voice, it's going to be difficult. Definitely will be tired. Instead of doing a battle alone, always try to form a stronger group with you. Instead of ఒక్కళ్ళే మీ చేయకంటే కూడా pick up the like-minded people like you and take it forward. But మీరేం చేయాలంటే కూర్చోబెట్టి వై డోంట్ యూ స్టార్ట్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ క్యాంపెయిన్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఐ డోంట్ నో అబౌట్ ఐ కెన్ సీ లాట్ ఆఫ్ క్యాంపెయిన్స్ అరౌండ్ ద సోషల్ మీడియా క్యాంపెయిన్స్. వై కాంట్ యూ ఫార్మ్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్, మీకు మాంజీ తెలుసు దట్గా మన బీహార్లో మాంజీ అని. సమ్టైమ్స్ యూ థింక్ దట్ వీ కెనాట్ సింగిల్ హ్యాండెడ్లీ వీ కెనాట్ డూ మచ్ అనుకుంటాం కదా. But imagine that guy broke the mountain into two to pave the path. Sometimes you might think that I'll be targeted and I'm single, I'm individual, like I don't have the strength. But I can tell you, you have the courage and you have the ability, you have the strength. Only thing is you have to have very strong will to change the things around you. And manaki ledu ante you have to adjust with the whatever the status quo, you have to bear it, and maybe once you become a little gain strength, then you can handle things later. I think nenaithe em chesavanante in your position, I used to raise my voice and I was targeted. Sometimes I lose that opportunity. For example, if I try to raise my voice, imagine if I'm in a position, I might lose a career also. As a basketball, for example, if I'm a volleyball player and if I want to do the same thing like you, I'm willing to take that risk, like where for the benefit of others I don't mind losing my passion or career. But if you don't want to do it, you have to find what are the alternate methods. Sometimes simply writing a letter, you don't know, you have to keep on targeting, keep on approaching. I think somewhere something will reach and something will happen, and that's what I feel. But thank you for bringing it forward. Maybe at a sports level, just give me a letter what you are going through.
Sure, sir.
Because I just don't want to give you a approach and go home, but at least the way he referred about Chittoor, and you tell me something which I can write a letter. I'll see. I'll use my good officers to seek your problem, to address your problem.
Okay.
That
Thank you,
one
sir.
thing. There are two things I can tell you. Yeah, you want to say something? Yes.
Welcome, sir. Sir, for what she said, I was planning to draw a line to that hesitation part, the hierarchy. For example, in our college, if we are supposed to go and approach about a problem, we would be convenient and comfortable to first go and approach our faculty rather than going to the higher authorities. So I was planning to tell about that. And my question, sir, Corruption, it's widely known, and usually political parties are accused of corruption. So when it's widely known, why is it rarely punished, sir?
You define, when you say corruption, what exactly you mean? Because it's a very wide word. It's a very broad term.
So corruption, I would see it based on the money being used for wrong purposes. Corruption, that way first.
Give me one case, to understand.
So, for example, maybe paying people when it comes to the voting scenario, paying money and buying votes, that could be one of them.
Chettu munda, vittu munda anu untundi appudu. Which comes first? So who corrupted whom? We don't know. అంటే డబ్బులు ఇస్తే ఓట్లు వేస్తాను పొలిటికల్ లీడర్ అన్నారా, డబ్బులు ఇస్తే కానీ మేము ఓట్లు వేయమని ప్రజలు అన్నారు, తెలియదు. అది ఇట్స్ నాట్ దట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ టేక్స్ ద మనీ. అందరూ డబ్బుల కోసం ఓట్లు వేస్తారంటే చేయను. కానీ నేనేం చూస్తానంటే, సపోజ్ ఐ సెడ్ ఈవెన్ ఐఎమ్ లైక్ యూ, ఐ లైక్ టు, అంటే నేను 2019 when I had done my elections in Bhimvaram, whom do you think will take money? You tell me. Who needs money, and what should be their economic background? What do you think, like general assumption from your side?
So someone whose awareness is less, who knows the fact that taking money and giving vote is a fundamental right.
Okay,
taking money and voting is a wrong.
What is fundamental right? But on another, వాళ్ళకి ఎలాంటి what could be their financial background? Who will take money? And I mean, what kind of financial background the people are from? Who seek money for voting?
So it's usually below poverty.
But what if I tell you it is not that way? Imagine people who has own apartments. This is one of my experience. People has their own apartments. Okay, we have 5 votes. How much you going to pay for us? This is one of my election experience, not here, in 2019. అంటే డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి కదా, అసలే వాళ్ళు పాడు చేసుకుంటారు, మాకు కూడా కొంత ఇచ్చేసి ఉంటారని డౌట్ నాకు. అంటే ఇవన్నీ తెలియదు కానీ దెర్ ఈజ్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ బ్రేక్ డౌన్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్, దే నాట్ బిలీవింగ్ ఇన్ డెమోక్రసీ, దే నీడ్ సమ్ ఇంటెన్స్ ఇన్సెంటివ్ టు ఓట్, విచ్ ఐ ఫీల్ సాడ్. You need some freebies or something. And maybe people try a certain social, what do you call it? So some social schemes are needed. Some kind of benefit schemes are needed, really, for the people who are below poverty line or someone who are not getting the right things. I think we should give it to them. But in particular election, money. You pay me money, I'll vote. That is, I think there is some kind of incentive, lack of trust in democracy, I feel. అంటే నేను ఎందుకు ఓట్ వేయాలి, నాకేం బెనిఫిట్ ఏముంది అని, బికాస్ వై వుడ్ దే డూ ఇట్ ఇస్, ఐ థింక్ ద గ్రేట్ ఆన్సర్ వుడ్ బి ఎడ్యుకేటింగ్ పీపుల్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ డెమోక్రసీ. నేను ఓటు ఎందుకు వేయాలంటే, నేను ఎందుకు వేయాలంటే వాళ్ళకి మెంటల్లీ దే ఆర్ నాట్ మోటివేటెడ్. So I think that's where money comes in. It's not that they are in need of that money. నేను అదే అనుకున్నాను చాలాసార్లు. People who have own apartments, why do they need money? 5 ఓట్లు ఉన్నాయి, మాకు ఒక 5,000 ఇచ్చేయండి అనే మాట ఎందుకు వస్తాయి నాకు ఆశ్చర్యంగా ఎందుకు. ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ దట్. దే ఆర్ నాట్ మోటివేటెడ్ ఎనఫ్ టు ఓట్. సో దట్స్ వై దే సీక్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సెంటివ్ అనేది. దిస్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ మై థాట్. బట్ దానికి ఏంటి చేయాలి అని అంటే, ద లార్జర్ వే ఆఫ్ educate children. The greater way is making them understanding democracy, making them understand the hardships of running a country, hardships of running administration, and how a particular policy could change if you are not a part of it. అది లేకపోతే మీరు మనం ఓట్ వేయకపోతే మనకి ఏం జరుగుతుంది, ఆ భయాలు లేకపోతే, ఆ బాధ్యత లేకపోతే ఇవన్నీ జరుగుతాయని ఫీలింగ్. ఐ థింక్ I feel one generation is like that. Maybe this particular Gen Z, I think they should not do that. And I think if you can bring a change.
Absolutely.
That's what I strongly believe. I hope I answered your question.
Absolutely.
Thank
Sir.
you.
Thank you so much.